Hello, how you going guys? Welcome to yet another video. We're still in Brisbane. So I've just come back to the city. Yesterday I really made a really good video. So this is our day 2 as we are here making videos. So I thought I'll bring you guys back to this really lovely place. So last night I went out with my friend. So we went out to this waterfront, which is a very, very popular waterfront. I will take you guys there and show you what that looks like. But at the moment, I think I've got something really better to show you guys than take you there. So I've got these amazing views to share with you guys, and I'm just gonna let it be and let you guys enjoy the views. All right, here we go. Welcome to Brisbane's guy. So we're just right at the waterfront in Brisbane. All right. So it's been raining since I got here, and I couldn't really get out and do anything this morning. But as you can see, it's very, very nice. So it's been raining since I got here yesterday. So I almost thought we're not gonna get a video today. So you can see my trusty umbrella, just in case it's decided to pour instead of rain. I can handle the little bit of drops that are happening, even though it gets in my glasses. So since it's not sunny, I'm actually gonna take my glasses off, and the brightness is not gonna affect my eyes too much. So I'll put these trusty glasses away, and hopefully man can look a little bit different for you guys, and we go out and explore. So my goal is today for us to explore the waterfront, generally just around the waterfront in here, and maybe also catch a boat and go and explore a little bit further down there. So in yesterday's video, I was somewhere around there, but on the south bank. But that's basically at this back end of the city. So that's where that is. But today, I thought I'd bring you guys on this bridge. So this is a new bridge they've just built here. It's only about a year old. So when I came out here with my mate last night on the waterfront, he goes to me, oh, that's already open. So obviously it was getting built at the time. But as you can see, it's just mainly for pedestrians and people on scooters. So scooters are very, very popular here. I notice everyone's on these scooters, and there's a lot of electric scooters around the place. Anyway, so I just give you a look-see what the bridge look like. That's what the bridge look like. Hang on, there. Let's have a look-see. So I'll just go a little bit further so that we can have a good view of the city. And then I'll come back and take you guys in front of the waterfront, and we can have a little bit of exploration. So they have this really nice area. And yesterday I came and had a look to see, you know, what this place is all about with my mate. But it's definitely a better day today. Absolutely surprised to see that the sun's out a little bit. At least we get better views than I get from my last video. Absolutely a delight. And the transport, man, the transport is so cheap. You know, it's very, very cheap to travel here. But that's the ferries down here. They've got the ferries. So I want to catch one of these later on, and we can go and have a look down the river and see what's up there. Really cool. So that's one of the really famous bridges over there. So we'll see that once we walk on the waterfront. But for now, this is the view. This is the view. Let's just find up here, and then I'll take you guys at the waterfront. Guys, that nice 360, and then we can get on with our vlog and just go on the waterfront. So that's it, guys. That was your 360 of this place. So So let's go and explore the waterfront. I think that was pretty neat. Bars around here and restaurants. There's really a lot of nice places that you can come and visit out here on the waterfront. And I haven't explored that in, but we'll definitely check that out. But today, we want to go on this side of the waterfront. I'm not sure how we can get in there. Let's just walk along the city in here, and hopefully we can access it from there. I think there's better option than that. All right, we'll see you when we got onto that side. So that's the field. That's what's happening on this part of the city. Very interesting. That's the naval office. It is definitely a building with a character, but I'll see if I can access the waterfront from here. It's worth trying. It's worth trying, but we may not. Let's see what happens. So that's the bridge that we were on up there, as you can see. It's all new, and we're gonna walk through this restaurant here and quietly get downstairs. But the waterfront's got a lot of nice places here. So those are your views, guys. I hope you like it. But it looks like normally you probably should be able to walk down there. But because of the construction, apparently they're also constructing a secondary bridge that will go right here ahead. So that will be interesting what that would look like. Hopefully next time I come back to Brisbane, that will be done and something to look forward to. We might not be able to get through here because of the construction, so we might have to go around a little bit more to get to be able to connect to the other side. So we just do exactly that. Let's see what's down here. Man, last night I had a bit of a run-in with had a bit of a run-in with some character. I mean, I was just out minding my business and doing my thing while we were walking. While I was walking with Julian, he comes right in front of me and looks me straight in the eye, and said to me, "Who are you talking to?" I said, "What do you mean? Who am I talking to? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my friend. We're just walking and talking to each other." He said, "Oh, well, that's what I thought." I said, "What? Is this guy crazy or something? What's wrong with this guy?" But anyway, he proceeded to actually, be rude. And I said to him, "Look, mate, you really need to stop, because you don't have to be that. You don't have to be like that." So he ignored me. So I walked away, and he proceeded and just keep hounding me and just harassing me and all of that stuff. Well, I just had to do what I had to do in that sense. So I put him to the ground. I told him to shut up, and I apologized for being rude, which he did. And after that, and I left him, and I carried on with my business. I said to him, "Look, I don't want to assault you for whatever reason, but if you keep this going, I have no other choice but to defend myself." So he knew then I wasn't playing anymore, and he crossed the red line, and I was ready to take any precautionary action to protect myself from this character. And he wasn't the only one that harassed me yesterday while I was vlogging. I had another one that just come in and just start talking a whole bunch of rubbish. I don't think we can go down there, so we don't want to go too far from there. So we might have to cross from the right lanes over here. And this other guy also was like just running his mouth and just being very hostile for no reason. But I didn't mind him too much because I think he was a little bit too far gone mentally, but also under the influence of drugs. So I ignored him because I know he wasn't going to do anything. He was just full of hot air. Anyway, enough of that. Hopefully today we get to see some nice views. But this is where we're at. I like all the architecture, absolutely beautiful, as you can see. So that's what we're looking at here. So that's what we're looking at here. And we can't go over there. So that's where we're trying to walk through. That's all fenced up. So there's no access over there. So we're just gonna walk this way. So right now the weather is nice. It's about 26 degrees. So It's reasonably warm, but there's also a nice breeze as well to go with it. So it's not too bad at all. But yesterday it just was like, just little pesky rain that wouldn't go away. But I'm like, okay, we came all the way to make videos. Are we gonna let the rain ruin our little experience, or are we just gonna, make our video regardless? So I think we did a good job. So I ended up like walking around, probably did all up. I did about 13,000 steps, so I burned up nearly about 300 calories. So that was a lot of walking that I was doing, but that was good. Anyway, that's the field over here. It looks very, very nice. So this is all in the CBD, around the waterfront. But our goal is to try and get back on the waterfront. Because of this construction here, which is the bridge that they're constructing, made it nearly impossible for us to walk on the waterfront on that side. So hopefully next time we come back here, maybe in a year or two, that should be done and we can explore it and see what did they build here and what does it look like. Because I think the other bridge, the new bridge, looks very interesting. So the street that we're walking on is actually called Eagle Street. So that's the street we're walking on. I just have to keep going because this light sometimes takes a little bit too long just standing there and people watching. And I like this city. It's definitely different from Melbourne, or what I'm used to, when we go exploring in Melbourne. But look at these big trees over here. I've seen trees like this in Gambia, so we have one not very far from where I live in Gambia with my cousins. So that's really a very nice, big giant trees. So they actually they grow as they go, but also these hanging bits of the trees ends up being roots. So this hanging bits here, this end up being roots. So if it actually touches the ground, it just end up being roots. That is amazing. Really cool. But that's the field. Very nice views, guys. Very, very nice views. So that was that. We keep on going and see what else we can find. It's certainly alive. Not a boring city at all. One of the things I've noticed here, the waterfront and everything else is just getting constantly developed. So I don't know whether we can go through here, but we're gonna have to try that. I can smell some really nice food from here, but that's very nice waterfront. So let's go and see. Actually, if I'm right, I came here last night. It's just like a plaza. Fridays. Man, I appreciate things like this. Look at this, just the craftsmanship. Really the details. Well made, nice casted, or casting should I say. Very good. So that's what's going on here, guys. Nice waterfront. And it looks like we've been here. We've been here last night. So I will see if I can find any videos that I might have taken when we came here, and I'll put them up. Very good. Very neat. So the ferries are still going, and I'm just out having a good time with my mate Julian. But since we're at the waterfront, I thought we just better have a little walk through and see what it looks like. Look at that bridge, guys.
This thing goes all the way to there. There's felons there.
Yeah?
That's felons.
Over there.
Under the bridge. It literally is that whole spot under the bridge.
I'm glad the rain stopped, because otherwise this would have all been ruined. But that's where we should have come through, but we couldn't because of that. So we are over here now, and this is where we're going. Man, this city is so developed, absolutely developed. I like it. You know, they definitely make good use of their waterfront, which is the river. This is a, you know, they call it, I don't know, the Brisbane River, and it runs through the city. And they also got, like I said, they got ferries, so we'll try and get into a ferry somewhere over there and just go upriver and see what's up there. But I'll let you guys soak in those views. So you can't tell me I did not take you guys somewhere. I took you all around Melbourne predominantly, and now we're here also exploring Brisbane. Exploring Brisbane. That's really cool. So we'll hop on that ferry a little bit later on. But this is what we're looking at here, guys. Really cool. Could you imagine like living in one of them apartments up here? And that's just your view every day? What would that be like? So that would be a really nice place to live. I would love it. Absolutely love it. So it looks like a government house. That there. But anyway, we carry on walking that waterfront. I mean, it also looks more like a restaurant and bars. Yes, it is a restaurant and bars as well. I appreciate all this older architecture as always. You know, when we find them, we film them. But this place is a restaurant. It is a restaurant right there. And probably also a hotel. We keep on moving and see what else we can find. It is certainly built on a solid foundation. Look at that. So it's certainly built on a solid foundation, I would hope. But you know, they've got a lot of big buildings around here. So apparently this part of the city was washed out, and one dude decided to fix it all up and you know, make something of it. So we came out here last night with my friend. So we'll see what we can find. But it's really, really good. It's got a brewery. It's got like a lot of bars, a lot of restaurants. You know, it's really neat. But look at all those nice waterfront apartments. Could you imagine everyday living here? Man, this is so cool. I like it. Absolutely like it. So guys, let me know what you think of the video. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like. But also, you know, let me know if you've been here before and how much do you know about this place and what was your experience like. It's always good to hear other people's story. For me, this is my story, this is what I'm doing, and I'm sharing with you guys. So if you like the video, let me know what your experience was. So off we go. Man, it's so hot over here comparison to the Melbourne weather. It's really different. And I'm trying to make the most of my last few days before I go back to work. So I will still be back on work on Monday. And this is probably the most effort that I've put into my channel and try and make as much content as possible. So in the last few weeks, I've been really on it just about every day. If I'm not editing, I'm busy like creating. So I hope you guys get to appreciate that and share the experience together. Anyway, there's a bike coming. there's a there's a bike coming, so I better get my ass on the other side and not try and upset people. I don't have to do anything to be harassed. Unfortunately, since I got here, I'm not saying they're all like that, but I don't want any more dramas, you know? I want peace. I want peace. But that's what we got. So we keep on going. So we pretty much got to the real fun part of this waterfront. So this is where all the action is, and this is where all the fun is. So if I can try and avoid these e-scooters and not get run over, I'll be very, very happy. But there's e-scooters everywhere. So as you can see, those are all e-scooters for hire. So you can hire one and just go explore the waterfront. And you can go as far as the eye can see. But we'll do some of it on foot, but then we can also do some of it on a boat. But it looks like they also offer like a toll, because I can see people up there. So they do offer tolls. So there's people definitely up there walking the bridge. But this is the fun part. This is where the fun begins, right here. So let's go and have a look-see. Let's go and have a look-see. Look at that, guys. Nice restaurant, nice waterfront. Absolutely cool. Very nice. I wish Melbourne would utilize the Yarra River. I know they've got a lot of things on the Yarra River, but one of the things I like is these water taxis. Not like a boat tow or whatever, because these water taxis are just equally ferries and a public transport, so you can hop on them and they don't cost you an arm and a leg to use. But we don't want to do things like that. So instead we have people running a monopoly and boats that cost you a shitload of money to get on. Something like about $50-something a ride. That is a ripoff, okay? That is a ripoff. Absolute ripoff. I mean, $10 or even something like that should be enough to get people using that and also utilizing the public service. And look at that, we're under the bridge, guys. We are under the bridge. Very much under the bridge. Really cool. I can smell all the beer. It's a lot of beer. But this is where I was yesterday. This place. The Fallon, So apparently this guy is a very business-minded person, and he owns all of this entity. Very nice and cool. So I was here yesterday with my friends. So we sat in front of this, had a drink, and enjoyed the city views from here. So this is your view sitting here. Ready? The bar that we came out to yesterday. It's a really cool bar. And I made a new subscriber there as well. You know, it's always interesting when people find out what you're doing. Oh, what you do? Oh, okay, can I have a look? You know, what's your channel name? Very interesting. So people do pay. They do want to know what you're up to. So that's really cool. But last night when we came, this was empty, but I could only imagine being like not such a very nice day, this part, and the rain would have driven some of the customers away. But I would think we should get a ferry from here. We should get a ferry from down there and explore further up on the river and see what we can find. Could you imagine this all you have to do every day when you get up? You know, you get out to do something that you really enjoy, film yourself, and you know, there's no script. You don't even have to think about it because I mean, even your brain, you know, it's at peace. So this is cool, man. Look at this outside, this outdoor area. I could only imagine sitting on one of them bean bags with your date to enjoy the views, guys. It's almost like sitting here on a theater and just chilling, man. Chilling. Come out here in the night, have a drink. Nice beer garden, absolutely nice beer garden. But we want to go and see what the ferries has for us. So I have to change to this side. This arm is so sore from constantly holding the camera, but also when I'm editing, just constantly using my hand. So it's a bit sore. But look at this rock face. Yeah, all the greenery. But anyway, I think you guys got the gist of that. So this is the ferries that we're gonna come and catch and try and explore. Yeah, it's a public transport, but I want the one that's just gonna take us down the river that way, and that's one that's just going over there. So we have to wait for the next one. And we will catch it and go explore down that way. So this is where we were, up there on the Felons. I love the view, absolutely beautiful. And the water is really calm, very peaceful. Nice little gentle breeze. So we come and stand here and wait, or sit and wait for the ferry to come. But I want to jump on the one that goes over there. And I don't even know which one that is. Hello, how are you? I want to go upriver on the ferry. Which one do I need to catch?
Well, you've just missed one.
Okay, but is there like I know one goes that way, and the other one that goes that way. So I want to catch the one that goes that way.
Yeah, you just
upriver.
have to wait here, and then you'll see it pull up.
On this side, yeah?
Yes, it goes port side.
Okay, that's where I want to go.
Yeah.
Thank you. And how are you? How's your day going?
Good.
I'm recording myself. I always forget when I'm talking to people, so I start my cameras down here. And when I look at the footage, it's like, why are you not looking at what you're doing? I'm recording myself. I make YouTube videos. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I do vlogging. So mainly just talk to my friend here. And, you know, if you're looking from the other side, you're my friend on the other side. Yeah, so that's what I do. But I'm not recording you.
Oh, there is a ferry that's coming.
Oh, yeah. So that one, so...
I think that's a kitty cat.
Okay.
So there's a kitty cat and there's a city cat.
Okay.
So you need to catch the... where do you want to go?
I just want to go along the river, just exploring, you know, as far as I can go.
Yeah, so I think that's port side.
Port side, yeah?
Yeah, so that's the furthest I think you can go.
Okay.
The kitty cat might go there, we'll just double check.
Oh, good.
But then you've got another ferry coming here and this goes down to UQ.
Okay.
So that's going the other way.
Nice. I can sense some English action.
Yeah, I'm
English from London. Yeah, I lived in London, you know, in my younger days. When I was like 18, I went over there. So that's where I first moved. And my wife is a New Zealander. So I actually met her when we were living there. And I lived there for nearly about a year and a half.
Okay.
And we ended up sort of like long distance relationship for about 2 years. And then I decided maybe it's time that I go and see what's on the other side. So that's how I ended up here. So New Zealand, 12 and a half years, Australia, 14 years. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's been a while, but I do go back over there though. I went back, I think, about a year and a half ago. So I was over
to New
there.
Zealand.
No, to England. To England. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Since I've been on this side, I've been back maybe about 4 times. So I do
Yeah.
like going there.
Yeah.
You know, it's part of my history and my life, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So I lived mainly in Housden and then towards Wembley.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
That is, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Nice talking to you.
And you.
And have a good one.
And you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one. Bye. Talking to people. And when you meet people like her, very outgoing, nice personality, and she's very helpful. But it's also good to see that people have moved here and built a life for themselves as well. Always neat. So we wait for a ferry. I don't know which one we're catching, but I will certainly find out one way or the other. All right. That's the ferry that we need from this end. Really cool. Hello. So we're gonna hop on one of them and try and go upriver, but I'm not sure which one to get into. So we need to get on this one here. So there's so many of them, and if you don't take your time, you might just take the wrong one. But this is what we need right here. Man, these boats are they're massive ass. So they've got these. Basically, you can just use your normal credit card to pay for it. So you can just tap on there and you will pay it for. And that pretty much, you know. So they call it smart ticketing. So that's really cool. But this is what we got here. But
our next stop will be Simple Street.
This is what we have here, guys.
Yeah.
Very neat. So we're just gonna let you guys enjoy the views. So this is it, guys. We're riding the ferries on the Brisbane River, right here. Nice apartments. I better stand my camera away from the side. I don't want to lose my wide angle lens. I thought I lost it in Geelong, but I didn't. So what happened was it fell inside my glove box. So I looked at it, but at the time it was sitting on the lip. I couldn't find it. But I managed to find it later on after looking around a little bit. But man, that's cool. So you just sit there, cruise. So we're gonna go as far as we can and come back pretty much. And I think you guys would enjoy that, especially if we've never been to Brisbane before. So we're trying to soak in those views. It's a bit windy. That is to be expected. That side. So it's almost like just a normal bus stop. So which I think is really cool. Well, in this case, we call it a ferry stop, not a bus stop. Berry Park, it's called. So that's the view from there. I'm just gonna go away from there and try and really see what else is over there. So we're gonna go as far as we can. And those waterfront apartments with a jetty and all of that, you're gonna have to have some serious dough, mate. Absolute serious dough. Nice. Look at them, guys. So this is what we come to. Very nice views. Look at that. How neat is that? So I'm filming in low light. We're not going to be able to zoom, but we can certainly explore and enjoy all of that. So I only need to stay on this ferry, and it will take me all the way to the end, and then it will bring me back. So we probably might not film all the way back, but we try and capture as much as we can going that way. But also it's just a good way of getting out of the rain today and catch as much as we can. So this is where we're at. So that's what's happening on this side here. The rain's definitely ruined it. Come through, that's all right. The rain's ruined it. Yeah, definitely ruined it. I sit in here and get away from the rain. The rain's just like ruined everything. So you can't stay out there. But from outside, this is what's going on there. It's got a drop of water then. So, but that's the views. And the city is just right over there. So that's the last stop. We're gonna turn around and come back over there. So there's a market down there. So if we are lucky, we will. But if we are not, then it just means we add it up next time when we come. But this is the last stop, so we're gonna turn around and go back. So even the locals enjoy this ride, bring their kids and just go for the ride.
Our next stop is Sydney Street. We'll be disembarking from the front of the vessel. This stop if you're after the Cross River service to Dockside.
But yeah, so now what we're gonna end up with, just having a nice view of the city, but through the boat, just going back that way. I know we've came through and just walking through the waterfront, but it'll be just nice to see what's it like, just riding the boat going that way. So it's still raining. So I'm just standing here underneath this. As you can see, there's not a lot of what do you call it, shelter, but it's enough to keep us going. So let's see what we get for that. So that is your views, guys. So my lens was a little bit foggy there. I didn't notice that. So I better just make sure that we didn't miss anything with my foggy lens. So that's the bridge that we were on earlier. So that's where the vlog started. But I want to get off on the other side. I just want to see what else is. I want to see what else is on this side before we finish the video off. But since I've been here like for 2 days, to be quite honest with you, it's really easy to get around here. I already know my way home. I've come all the way here by myself, but I also know how to get home. So now where this is going, we were there earlier, and that's where our last video was, at that area. So we're gonna go on that side and trying to get off from there, and then walk over to the station and go home. On this side of town, and that's South Bank over there. It looks very interesting. Very, very interesting. Very nice part of the city. Imperial Hotel up there. That's what we have here. as this part of the city. Really neat.
Please don't distract the mast and deckhand when the vessel is in motion. Being tied up or untied during docking procedures. Parents and carriers, please ensure children are supervised at all times. For your safety, do not run, stand on the seats.
So on our last video, we've been on that wheel, as you know. If you've watched that or if you haven't, be sure to check that out. That was my first day in Brisbane, so that would have been my first Brisbane video. But it's really cool. And you also been on that bridge. We crossed over on the bridge over there.
Our next stop is North Quay. This stop for Queen Street Mall or the Star Casino, disembarking from the front of the vessel.
How is that for a view? And that's the Starship or the Star. It's a casino. So if you like that, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe for more. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.